Alright, what's up YouTube? Making a little update video here at the in-laws. So I actually have good internet for once. Thank goodness for that. Don't take that for granted. This is about my subwoofer upgrade. And just get right into it here. I want to answer some of y'all's questions. That way you might be able to get a better view. Hopefully, if you've already seen the video, hopefully this, clears some of that up for you. Did I have to replace anything in the back of the radio? No, I did not. And how did the RCAs connect to the factory subwires? I will pull this chair out here in just a second. Apologies for all the mess. Traveling with dogs that love to sit on the seats is a pain. I know the next question down from that is, how does the seat touch the subwoofer? With this pillow here kind of in the way blocking it, it does not. It goes right on top. I'll push all that over. It's probably gonna be one of my sloppiest videos, but who cares? So with that towel there, it doesn't. Obviously, it's not great. This is not a permanent solution. This is just me not wanting to build a box, buy a box right now, even though I should do that. But I am playing with the idea of building a platform back here so that my sub could be kind of integrated into the platform and it would sit lower, have more room, yada, yada. Obviously, I could push this further out. I probably could put it over there if I really wanted to, but I don't really want to because it's nice to be able to have that whole seat up. So this keeps it. If I did not have this here, it would definitely be in the seat. I mean, it is just perfectly placed for this handle right here, which just sucks. So that's annoying. You could definitely get around it by having a downward firing box. That would probably be more ideal. I had that on my last sub setup, and I would much prefer that. I might look into that. I don't know. We'll see. I don't feel like spending the money on it, honestly. All right. It looks like a lot of the questions I have are about stuff that I have behind the seat. All right. So let me go ahead and pull that. So, of course, we just go back here. Let's see if you probably can't see it on, there's not really much light back there. There's a little lever you pull to release the seat. It's a pain in the butt to get to. You can see it better right there, that shiny part. So, now that that's done, I can lower that and lower this where my amp is, where it's been for the last 9 months, it feels like. I have not really updated anything. I've moved, had a whole lot of life happen, and just have not felt like doing anything permanent to this yet. So it's gonna look terrible. It looks like I did this myself, and I haven't touched it since. So, all right. So of course, got my power run from the battery here. Ground, my remote wire right there is run from the LOC. So once, if I understand correctly, basically once these wires get power, it tells this blue wire that it's got, of course, got power. So it's technically like if I had a remote wire to a fuse in the fuse block somewhere up there, that kind of replaces that, which is nice. This gets power from this yellow wire right here, which I have in here with the power wire going to the battery. You could run it to the battery if you really wanted to. I don't feel like doing that. It's just, it feels unnecessary. So this is the easiest. I should probably put, you know, extensions on these at some point so I can kind of distance it off of that. I will definitely do that next time I think of it. And I have time to mess with it. So there's those two. I know I got questions about that. Let's see. Which wires on the LOC do the wires from the factory sub have to be connected to for what is supposed to be left and right speakers? When I talked to Crutchfield, they basically said you can't go wrong as long as you're sticking true to positive, negative, positive, negative. Since it was a dual voice coil, and then you're obviously going into the LOC, which, you know, just has the two RCAs coming out. As long as, you know, I don't think you're going to tell the difference, honestly, personal opinion. But I don't think you're going to blow a speaker with that. So obviously I'm, you know, positive, negative with these. You've got your gray and gray black, and then white and white black right there. So I think the white black are left input and the gray black are right input, if you can kind of tell right there. It does have a ground wire as well, which I have ran into here, which I need to extend. And obviously RCA cables, left, right, and then left, right. So I would love for this to be like a 2-foot wire, just kind of like I'd love for this speaker wire to be a 2-foot wire. But obviously that would come with it being permanently mounted, which I have not done, and I said I was going to do. But, you know, I would love to take these seats out and do a nice, you know, molly panel or whatever, rear seat delete. I might do that for that side and be able to finally mount those. That's what happens when you have your back window open almost all day. Been detailing, having fun with that. Remote power, obviously right there, got that from the LOC. So if you get this one specifically, it does have that, which is very nice. If you don't get one of these, you may have to run it to like a fuse box or somewhere behind the radio, a fuse in the fuse box, or somewhere behind the radio. Obviously, if you have an aftermarket radio, you don't have this problem because an aftermarket radio will have a remote wire coming out of it. Apologize for the car driving by. What did you do with the extra wires coming off the LOC? I think it's the yellow wire. That is the power wire that you see right there. Can't you just use an amp that takes speaker input? You certainly could. I don't think this one does. No, I don't think this one does at all. You certainly could. If you get an amp that takes speaker input, that's probably easier. I don't know. I've never done it before, so this is what I know, so this is what I'm sticking with. Can you show me a picture of how you hooked up the factory wires to your LOC? I wish I could post pictures to YouTube, but that is just not a thing, unfortunately. So I really just have these on some connectors in here. I may go back and make them permanent at some point, make them look better, because obviously this looks kind of like crap. But just some regular, probably butt connectors. I honestly don't remember what I did, but I made them so that if I changed my mind, if I wanted to do something different, I could unhook all of these and just pull all this out and, you know, tape those off, and there's nothing here. Obviously I'd have to pull these power and ground wire out, but other than that, there would be nothing there. So that's how I have them ran. My amp does not overheat. It does have plenty of airflow back through there. I usually have this seat up, which allows some airflow up underneath, kind of like that one does right there. This amp, I don't think this amp will push 212s. I don't remember what it is. I think my sub is 2 ohms. I can't remember. It's 2 or 4. But this amp is essentially meant for pushing like 300 watts RMS. I'd have to look up the specs. I'll link the amp and the LOC in the description. Pretty self-explanatory, obviously. JL Audio JD 501, little mono channel. I'm not doing a bigger sub setup than this. I may eventually go to a higher powered 10 and a higher powered amp, but other than that, it's staying like this, single sub. And obviously I just keep the amp back here. It doesn't move around. It might, shift a little bit side to side, but it's really not that much. And that is it. This is my most watched video, which I greatly appreciate. 8,000 views is quite amazing to someone like me. I don't, this isn't something I make a living off of, but it's, I love modifying my vehicles, and factory sound systems aren't that great, unfortunately. Well, newer vehicles, you're probably getting something better. This might make some people cringe, just putting that back in there. Don't really care. It works for me. It works for now. It is what it is. I'm not like I was with my previous vehicles and able to just throw money left and right at this thing. I remember seeing someone ask about the ground. I have it grounded right here. This is the rear mount for where the factory sub box was. Obviously it works just fine. It's got the big washer on it, so it's got plenty of contact. Have no issues with that. And I have the, obviously, speaker wire run all the way over there. What bothers me about this dang box is the speaker wires the speaker wire input is underneath the box. I don't understand that. It should have been like right here on the side or something like that. One thing about this box that I do not like is because it causes that angle. It's just annoying. I would not recommend buying this box. It works for what it is. Obviously the height requirements are close to there. This is without that towel in, so of course you see it touches, and it's going to be touching the sub itself. I don't want to play that game. I'm not interested in messing the sub up just to have that seat down. So I keep the towel right here. It kind of keeps it a little bit above this. You probably could. I've had a one of those protector grates, whatever, that goes over in my Amazon box for a while, and just haven't decided to buy it because it's not a permanent fix. It doesn't feel like it, at least. Something could still, be down here, be up there, but I move this thing around all the time. So the towel works for now. It just kind of sits around the back, because obviously up here doesn't really, if it's elevated right here, it's not going to matter as much up here. So of course I have both my the speaker wires, the factory speaker wires are right here, but I've got the power run from there, goes underneath, and then it goes all the way up to the battery up there. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully this video is helpful. If you got any more questions, I'll be happy to answer in the comments as best as I can. I can always make a third video, and hopefully by the third one I have some things tidied up for y'all. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.